Yo, yo, yo. PPI today. Now, you know PPI, usually, well, I won't say usually, because it's not all the time, but recently, PPI has been pushing time highs. So what do we reckon? 3,700 today? $3,700 today? I think we could get there. I really think we can get there. Alright, let's break down pound yen first. You know the deal, you know how it goes. Alright, so GJ. GJ is bullish on the daily. It's crazy because price, you know, was in this, actually took a loss yesterday. So that loss on stream was hey Maxine, how you doing? But yeah, so GJ took a little loss yesterday, did reduce the loss. Hey Rosie. And because we had a crazy spike down because of the NFP numbers were revised, the jobs were revised, so it spiked down and then ended up pushing up. So this 4-hour support held. Let me make it bigger. So this 4-hour support did hold yesterday, which was sort of one of the main biases for the buyers, retracing this push down. Eventually it pushed up, very slow, but like I said, it hit my stop loss, which I reduced. So it's about a 15 pip loss. Not too bad. We're currently still retracing. So we'll look at how PPI might affect pound yen as well, but we'll do gold first and then we'll come back to GJ. But as for pound yen, would like to see some structure to continue up to 200.2. So this 4-hour resistance up here. But that's it for GJ really. I mean, look at the structure on the 30 minutes. It's been a very slow push up. I do think it continues up, but we'll see what happens on pound yen. Let's put, so we do have a lower time frame resistance right here, but not really feeling pound yen's price action, to be honest. So we'll see what happens after news, if we can push or, you know, and complete this range, fill the range, but not really too excited about trading GJ with that structure. Haroon, what's going on? All right, Goldie. Haroon, afternoon. Benny, what's good, people? Echo, everybody, love to see it. Let's catch some pips today. All right, so gold, after gold closed weak bearish yesterday, it kind of looked like a continuation pattern. So with that pattern, it's, you know, you get the bullish candle, a weak bearish candle, and the next candle fills the wick. It doesn't just fill the wick, sometimes it can break the high and then keep pushing. I think it could happen with PPI. I'll go through all the scenarios depending on how the numbers come out. I'll try throw it on the screen again like last time. 4-hour is looking good to continue up. We've created a support, we've engulfed the previous 4-hour candle from last night, and we're pushing up. Only thing with gold right now is it's respecting this 4-hour resistance right here, 36.55. So as you can see, we closed right on it, respected it a couple times, and now we're pulling back. I still think gold pushes up today. I would like, before news in an hour, I would like gold to pull back, maybe retest either Asian highs or this resistance here, and then continue up. So just create a bit of structure on the lower time frame on the 30-minute, and then we keep pushing. So let's go over not pound yen. Let's see when the last PPI was and how the news reacted to that. Alright, so PPI last month was, when was PPI? It was August the 14th. Alright, so August the 14th. Here we go. And it would have been at 1:30. And the results came out very good numbers. So the forecast was 0.2%. It came out 0.9. Alright. So let's go to 1 o'clock. Was the 14th. So this was the news candle right here. So very good numbers. Gold pushed up a bit and then dropped and continued bearish for the rest of the day. Very interesting, very interesting. How many pips was this? 140 pips. 140 pip drop. So that's good numbers. That's with good numbers. Alright, let's quickly have a look at pound yen. Look where price was. Look where we are now. Man, just a month ago. Alright, so let's see GJ, August the 14th. Let's see what pound yen did. So if gold dropped, pound yen should have pushed. Yep. So here's the 130 candle. GJ just pushed and continued pushing up. Alright, obviously they always do the opposite of each other. Yeehaw, hello, hello, hello. GJ pushed up so slow yesterday. Yep, I read that. Okay, what I do need to do, because I've got that market fundamental website, but I need to add it to the stream so you guys can see it. So I haven't done that yet. I'll probably get that done by tomorrow for CPI. That's the plan. But I can tell you what it says. So the forecast today for PPI. Where is it? Let's go to calendar, economic. Oh, gold. It's a nice little pullback on gold. Did you ever look into NAS? I did look into NAS. Still back testing it though. Still back testing it. So I back tested it. It's definitely better for NY session, which is obviously expected because that's when the market's open. Pretty clean moves as well, to be fair. Pretty clean moves on NAS. Where is it? NAS. Yeah, I like it. It's pretty clean. Some of the stuff that I saw. I was more so looking at the 4-hour time frame and it creating kind of similar to the gold strategy on NAS. Kind of similar. I was trying to look at something like that, like it retesting 4-hour key levels, you know, push down, bounce off resistance or support. But yeah, I definitely need to back test it a bit more. But I like it. I like it more than I do US 30, to be honest. US 30, I don't know. Something about it that just scares me. I think it's the size, man. The size is just, you know, it's in the 42,000s. It's massive. Massive. All right, so where was I? Economic calendar, Tuesday, Wednesday. 47 minutes until news. So the forecast for PPI year on year is 3.3. Month on month is 0.3. Right, 0.3. So this market edge is saying they believe they believe it's going to come out at 0.8, which is 0.5% higher than the forecast. And if that was to happen, USD would be bullish and gold would be bearish. So basically good numbers on the month over month, and we get a gold drop, which makes sense. So anything above 0.3 and we should get some gold sells. Below 0.3 and we should be looking at gold buys. Let me put it on the screen. Let me put it up here. All right, so we got PPI 0. Scarface, what's going on? So higher equals gold sells, lower gold buys, and actual equals range. Basically it's just gonna go sideways. Alright, so that's the forecast for the news. That's the prediction for PPI in 45 minutes. 45 minutes. But how was everyone's London session? For the Londoners in the building? Yeah, I'll be here for the news, of course. 45 minutes, 100%. 100%. The thing is, even if the numbers come out higher and gold sells, I'm not looking for a big sell-off. 100% not looking for a big sell-off. So I'd be looking at a retest of, let's see. The thing is, there's no levels close. There's not really any levels that are close. So it moved about 140 pips before. I don't want to have too many lines, but before news, you'll trade before or after. Afterwards. Never trade before news. That's guessing. I need to know. I need to see what the numbers are first, and then I can anticipate what I'm gonna do. So always plan for, after the numbers. So if the numbers come out, like I said, higher than 0.3 and gold sells, because I'm mainly bullish on gold, I'll be looking for a retest of a previous key level and then a bounce. I'm looking for the buys back up. So I'm still bullish on gold. So I'll look for the retest and then look for the buys. If gold buys, then I'm looking to get in potentially on the next 15-minute candle after news. If it comes out actual, then it's just gonna have to play it by ear and see what it does. It could whipsaw, it could push, it could continue bullish. Yeah, only full port on a small account before the news. Listen, never take a trade before news. I used to do that back in the day. I used to have a separate account with like a couple £100 in it just for trading news. But yeah, I don't bother with that anymore. Because it misses. I didn't have a strategy. I was kind of guessing based on fundamentals. I was kind of anticipating what would happen. But if it went wrong, it went wrong. I might lose, you know, half of that account. It's only a couple £100. But then I thought I could actually plan to trade after the news, and it's more meaningful. I'd have a better win rate if I planned for afterwards rather than try get in before and guess. And yeah, that seemed to work out better for me, really. Trading before news is straight gambling. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is. It's literally gambling because you're kind of guessing. It's 50-50 what's going to happen, isn't it? But what I would say is sometimes you can kind of tell what price is going to do based on where price is right before the news. So what I used to do is, especially for like CPI, if it was CPI and price was at this resistance right here, right before CPI, I would hit sell because it's selling right from a resistance. But back then, when I was doing that, it was a bit easier to anticipate what was going to happen because it was the same thing all the time. Inflation was low, inflation was low, inflation was low. So it'd be gold buys, gold buys, gold buys, or gold sells because it came out higher. So it was way more easier. But now, because there's so much uncertainty, you know, America's finally settled in with Trump's tariffs, it should be a bit more predictable. But we'll see, we'll see. Oh shoot, give me 1 second, guys. GJ's not moving at all. I've been holding since yesterday. No way. Where did you get in? Where did you get in, Scarface, with the GJ buys? Got the same buys. What's your TP? Yeah, what is your TP? Right, Benny? What's the TP? Yeeha says your strategy played out in the Asian session yesterday. Oh yeah, which one? Which one? Using the 4-hour time frame? Yeehaw, where did you get in? Or did you actually take the trade? What was the entry, so I can I can see what you're talking about. Let me take this off the screen. It looks a bit busy. On the 4 hour, I was having a late dinner, took 30 pips, was out. Nice. Nice, nice. In and out, in and out. Was it a retest? I got in lower than you did. It was around 199. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I got in. Where did we get in? Got in at 199. All the way up here. I think it was. Oh yeah, way higher. I mean, got slipped. 199.15. Oh yeah, if I got in at 199, I probably would have still been in, because I would have had my stop loss like below this structure point. That's actually not bad. That's not bad. Yes, it was a retest. Oh, well done, well done, well done. Nice to see people actually using the strategy. It works well. It works well. Like, I tend to try and hold for a bit longer using that strategy, but you can scalp it as well, of course, of course, of course. But no, well done, man, well done. Good job, good job. All right, gold. I kind of want gold to come retest this area here. All right, 36.44. Looks like this. Looks like price is rejecting this 4 hour. Yeah, I think my TP. I always use the daily time frame for targets. So I think my daily analysis, I had it at 200.2, but I would definitely. I mean, if I was in pound yen is not really, it's not great for scalping these days, because when you're scalping, you're supposed to be in and out very quick, but it takes like 2 hours just to get to 30 pips with pound yen sometimes. I mean, in this case, it's been what, from 199 just to get 70 pips up. It's been, look at that, 20 hours. 20 hours. Oh man, that's a long hold. That's a long hold. I definitely couldn't be holding that long, so good job for you, man. Good job. It would have shaken me out by now for sure. I would have definitely been out by now. Can't scalp on GJ, right? GJ is a slow burner, Rosie says. Yeah, not anymore. Yeah, you can't scalp. No, can't scalp on GJ. Nah, definitely not. But I don't mind if I was in a pound yen trade like yesterday. If that trade didn't hit my stop loss, I wouldn't have minded holding into the evening. I would have had to. Just to get to 20 pips. I would have had to hold until at least like 6 anyway, but I probably would have been out before the end of the day. I definitely would have been out. Right, lovely little pullback on gold. How far are we going with this gold? How far? Come on, down to 36.44. If gold can push down right before the news, I think we get a bounce up from here. Right, new hour candle opening 2. It's the one hour looking like. So we have this. This is actually a reversal pattern. I don't know if you guys remember. It's a morning star or evening star pattern. 3 candle reversal pattern. Thinking of selling gold from somewhere at 36.60. 36.60, okay. Okay. I mean, from this setup here, I think gold does pull back a bit more. Right, we need this candle open, create a top wick, flip, break the low, pull back some more. What's pound yen doing? Nothing. Nothing. And it's right in the middle of the range too. Like, I wouldn't mind taking buys from, you know, like 199 or sells from 200 or up here, but I couldn't take a trade in the middle of this range. All right, 30 minutes till news. Now we just gotta wait. You say, Benny, why that price? yesterday. Buy scalp setup on EU. What was you looking at on EU? EU is one pair that I don't think I've ever really looked at. Come on, gold, make your top wick. Drive down. I mean, looking at gold, doesn't really look like it wants to push up right now. Not making much of a top wick. I wouldn't take sells down. I wouldn't take sells here though. Not right before news, I wouldn't. Waiting for the volume. Echo buys from this support on EU. Alright, let's take a look at EU then. Let's take a look at EU. How many pairs do you guys trade? Is that EU? No, that's going to be EJ. Alright, I don't have EU there. See, I know I didn't even look at it. EU USD. Does look like it's created a nice support on EU. It's a very small range though. How many pips is that to the first resistance? Like, is that 6 pips? Is it 60? Like, this is what I don't like about USD pairs. I cannot calculate pips for shit. Nah, it's got to be, look at the numbers. Yeah, it's got to be like 6 pips there. 8 pips. Yeah, man, these USD pairs, not for me. Benny, for 199.8 is the OB at that price, and 200 for last month high. Meant for the gold sales at 36.60. Yeah, why 36.60 for real? Because it's like, what's there? It'll be like here, right? 36.60. Because for me, if price came up to, oh, look at the 15, looks like a nice little continuation pattern if we break that low. But yeah, if price comes up, breaks above this 4-hour level, because we have this clean range to the left, I would anticipate gold just drives right through. If it closes above 36.55, I would anticipate a clean push all the way through here. I think that could happen with PPI if it's bullish. If we get some low numbers. Okay, go and drive down. I kind of think these are the sells before the buys on gold. I really do. Oh, what was that? Push if you're gonna push. That's the 1 hour break in the previous low too. That was like a little tease. But yeah, still fundamentally super bullish on gold. Regardless if, like today with the PPI, I think it's going to react to the news. So however the numbers come out, you're going to get a standard reaction to whatever the data is. So if it's higher, you're going to get the gold sells. But because gold overall is bullish, it's going to sell and then it's going to continue bullish after that. Because the interest rates are still getting dropped regardless of these numbers. So it's going to be short-lived reaction to the news and then boom, continue. If you get the gold buys, then I think gold continues to buy for the rest of the day. So we get a push. If it comes out and gold buys, we get a push above this 4 hour level. Then the 2 o'clock, the new 4 hour candle, get a bottom wick, potentially retest, depending on how far it pushes, retest, and then continue up. And I'll be looking to definitely getting on those buys. Let me share my morning analysis of gold in the Discord so you can see. Yeah, do that. That'll be a bit easier. Gold is waiting for volume. Weak 15-minute candle. This 15-minute candle is very small. $20 pips. It's not that bad. Not that bad. I mean, compared to the previous ones, I mean, this one here is like 59 pips. And then this one here is 37 pips. All right, we've got 40 seconds. Go on, drive. Just give us a little push. Just a little push. There we go. There we go. Nice continuation played out. Right towards the end of the candle. How are we continuing? $30 looking good. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Oh, wow. I'm going to make a longer top wick for this 1 hour candle, or we're creating a support here. Could be the case. Oh, had a little delay there. Are we good? Are we good? Are we back? Right, gold's pushing back up. Now, I'm not even surprised that gold's pushing up from here, because I mean, if you look to the left, this whole area here, this rejection area, had this massive, all of these rejections this morning